You step off stage. The applause is still going. Someone says, "That was incredible." And inside, you are not feeling relief. You are scanning, running back through the performance, looking for it. The one note that was perhaps a little flat, the line where your breath caught. The moment, if anyone had noticed that moment, would have given you away. And you think, they didn't hear that. If they had, they'd know. They'd know that I'm a fraud, right? If that feels familiar, you are likely what I call the perfectionist performer. And this video, my friend, is for you. I'm Dr. Maja Jankowska, a clinical and counseling psychologist, and I love supporting performing artists in whatever way I can. Okay, so here is something I want to offer you. In my clinical work, I see perfectionism all the time. And it's rarely about high standards in the way that people assume. Excellence is one thing. Excellence can be flexible, it can be adaptive, it's something to strive for. It allows for the fact that you are a human being in a live environment. But perfectionism, and I'm talking about clinical perfectionism here, is the kind that fuels imposter syndrome. It is different. It is quite rigid, and often in psychology we call it all or nothing type of thinking. So either the performance was flawless or it was a failure. There is no middle ground. What I've come to understand is that perfectionism isn't really about standards at all. It's actually an anxiety management strategy. It's your brain, your own brain, trying to protect you from being seen making a mistake. Because somewhere along the way in your life, you must have learned that a mistake doesn't just mean you played a wrong note. It means you are the wrong person to be on that stage. How sad is that, right? So the goal for the perfectionist isn't connection or expression, sadly. The goal is certainty. You are trying to eliminate the possibility of being seen to sleep. And here is the key insight I want you to take away from this video. Your imposter syndrome isn't coming from a lack of skill. It's coming from this kind of mismatch between your standards and reality. If you've ever actually listened to a raw, unedited recording of professional performance, maybe an orchestral audition or West End show or live concert, from someone you admire, you will likely hear imperfections, unless you are half deaf like me. You'll hear split notes, recovered lines, moments where the performer breathes through something unexpected. And so what? Professionalism isn't the absence of errors. Professionalism is the ability to recover without the whole performance collapsing, right? When you hold yourself to a standard of 0 errors, you are not holding yourself to a professional standard. I'd say you are holding yourself to a machine standard, robotic standard. And because you can't be a machine, your brain concludes, I must be a fraud. So what does it look like in practice? Well, for perfectionists, it often shows up as over-preparation, overdoing. You practice for hours, but not to master your material, but to feel this fleeting sense, oh, maybe I'm ready. But actually, it never quite arrives. And then, after your performance, there is what we call the post-mortem rumination, replaying that one moment, magnifying it, turning a minor technical imperfection or error into a story about your own self-worth. Wow. So I want to name something here for you. The cost of this isn't just your mental health, though that matters, especially to me, it matters enormously, but it's your artistry. When you are playing to avoid a mistake, you are not playing to express. You are playing from the threat. Your threat system is activated, and that tightens your body, restricts your breath, and pulls you away from your audience. It's a physiological state, not a character flaw. So, how do we work with this? If you are the perfectionist, and I know many of you are, the first step isn't really to lower your standards. I know that would feel like a betrayal of your craft. The first step is to start differentiating between technical execution and artistic communication, and to shift your nervous system from threat detection to presence. That's where understanding your own physiological pattern becomes really useful. I have a free tool called the Stage Fright Symptom Profiler that helps you map exactly how your anxiety shows up in your body, and I'll come back to that in a moment. For the perfectionist, I often see a pattern of high cognitive rigidity combined with somatic bodily tension. Shoulders locked, jaw tight, breath held, your body bracing for the mistake. And it's convinced that mistake is coming. And like we said, it's not a character flaw. That's your nervous system doing exactly what it's designed to do, to protect you. And because I know a lot of you watching this are thinking, okay, but what do I actually do with that information? That's exactly why I created the FBI Reset Toolkit, cool name, FBI, hopefully you will remember. It's a 10-second micro ritual you can use backstage when anxiety ambushes you. Not generic breathing advice, a targeted intervention designed to interrupt the perfectionist loop before it spirals. You can grab both the profiler and the toolkit completely for free, and the link is in the description, and I'll put it in the comments as well. Before we wrap up, I want to let you know about something I'm running soon. I'm excited about it. A free webinar on Imposter Syndrome in the performing arts. We will be going deeper, digging into those 5 different types of imposter syndrome, how they show up on stage, and what actually helps. I haven't got the date set yet, but please just DM me or comment or email, sign up for my free resources, and once you do, I will email you any news directly. A link in the description again. Just subscribe. In the next video, we will be looking at the expert, the performer who feels they have to know absolutely everything, have every interpretation fully resolved before they deserve to step on stage. If this resonated, let me know in the comments. I honestly always read them. I create resources based on what you are telling me you need, and I respond to your questions and comments. Thank you for watching. I'm Dr. Maja Jankowska, and see you next time.